Aye. So I cannot believe it, right? There is a lot of people over here that I know, and I totally agree with it, and I think it's hurtful to the film industry. It's hurtful to, and you know my feelings. I've talked about feminism that's hurting the TV and basically every media that's going around. I'm talking about people trying to make everything sort of fair, which it should be, right? Everything fair when it comes to sex and race and stuff like that, right? It should be treated on an equal path, right? But for Black Panther to be nominated for an Oscar is the most condescending, racist thing I've ever heard, right? And the reason why I call it racist is because they're wanting it to, people wanting it to win because it's just a black cast, right? Or majority of it is a black cast, and black people work behind the scenes, right? So, but the film itself, right? Film itself is just like any other superhero movie, right? There's nothing special, and I would even go out of my way, and I'll even contradict what I said in my last one about Aquaman, okay? And the reason why I bring Aquaman up is I don't even think, because of the special effects we have today, you can't really give a film, it's very hard, I would say, to give a film an award or an Oscar for special effects, because a lot of the films have been done before, and big budget movies have been done before. If you talk about special effects, take Bohemian Rhapsody for instance, right? That is a low budget movie, right? And so they didn't spend too much money on it. So they tried their best when it came to the special effects of recreating Wembley, right? But it done it on a very small budget. Now that should maybe be given an award, right? That should be given an award for that, but not when it's a franchise that money goes to anyway, and it's just following all the special effect films that's happened before it in the Marvel universe. But because this is a majority of it being black, everybody thinks it deserves an Oscar. Nothing to do, so what's it going to win an Oscar for? Now, there wasn't any notion of anybody's outstanding performance. There wasn't any talk about anybody's contribution to makeup or anything like that. And the only reason why it's up for an Oscar is because the majority of it's black. And for it to win anything, then that's been racist. No, racist is giving a film an award just because they don't want to come across as racist or biased or anything else like that. So if it has, right, I'm making this before because I don't want to go over old school. So, but if it has won an Oscar, then the movie industry is dead. It's seriously, in my eyes, it's dead. So what's going to happen next? If we get an all-women cast and an all-women director and cameraman and everything behind the scene, should we just give it an Oscar just for that? Should we invent an Oscar just for that? Now, I have seen Glory, and it's one of my favourite films, and that had Denzel Washington and Morgan Freeman. That deserves Oscars. All black, majority of that film was all black cast, right? So I'm just saying, right, Aquaman, does that deserve an Oscar? No, because it's the same par as all the other superheroes. And the reason my argument in my last video is because that deserves an award too. That should be up. If Black Panther's getting an award or anything else, right, but for special effects, then so does blooming Aquaman, because none of these two films surpassed the other when it came to special effects. But let's be realistic here. Black Panther was just your average superhero movie, and we shouldn't be looking at it differently just because it was a black cast or black directors or black cameraman or whatnot. It should be given an award for something different, not because we're all voting for a film. Like, what we say shouldn't matter to the panel, otherwise the whole thing is a farce. Okay, I like to believe that there are people out there that are looking at the acting and the special effects and everything else that's involved in making a film, that know a lot more than what I do, rather than the general public. The general public, just because they enjoyed it, or because a film is popular, and because a lot of people, doesn't mean it deserves an Oscar. What I would like to believe in is that people that are on the panel that know about making movies give credit where it's due, and the unknown public, which is I and everybody else out here that have got nothing to do with the movie industry, that we don't know what happened behind the scenes, we don't know the further advances in technologies and everything else. It's only now when we get special editions or extras when we find out what, like for Rocky and the new camera that was built for running up the stairs. And it's only now we hear about this, or we hear about the problems and making the film, and how people added more money to it in order to really make the film work, and producers taking risks and everything else. That, stories like that. But Black Panther, seriously, if it has won an Oscar, then we cannot take anything serious anymore. It's just lost its meaning. Because if we're having to, if the Oscars or any sort of prize-giving ceremony, like the BAFTAs or whatnot, have to listen to the public's point of view and not have a superior stance on it, then we're in trouble. If we're having to give films that the majority of the film is done by animals, what's next? Should we give the animals an Oscar just because the majority of the things that happen in the film are animals? Should we have an old age pensioner? Should we have old people in the film done by an old cameraman, an old director, and give them an award just because they're old? No. Enough of this gender and race and everything else. Films don't deserve it just because of those reasons. And you're actually taking credibility away from the people that actually were involved in Black Panther, who probably did do a great job. But as now for future films, if this has won an Oscar, people will be questioning, it's just because it's all black. People around me just now are aghast that it's up for an Oscar. A lot of people saying that was just a normal movie, I didn't think much of it. And then it's just, why would it be up for an Oscar? Because it's all black. So if it has happened, then finished. The media, the Rotten Tomatoes, everything else, it's lost its credibility. This is DC fan, DC Vigilante. This is my truth. Catch you later.